Hello, I'm Matt Harris and you're watching Buckingham News live at 5. Our top stories. Locals surged to Buckingham What Matters to You Facebook group to discuss the problems affecting the town. The University of Buckingham came first in the National Student Survey in student satisfaction for the 8th time. And Afternoon Tea Week is here and we had a look at how people in the town take their favourite hot drink. Transport for Bucks had problems with completing the streetlight reparations last night in spring. People living in Buckingham are not happy about this and want to see these problems fixed. Toby Agbadje has more.
Buckingham County Councillor Warren White told residents on Facebook group Buckingham What Matters to You that he will be meeting with the senior officer to discuss issues that need repairing and mentioned that people could email him about any other problems to inform the officer.
Correspondents personally got correspondence, and other councillors and other members of the public got correspondence running back to sort the lamps out here, probably now 12 months plus. The lamps here are historical lamps, and as you can see, they replaced them with ones that aren't historical. That's very unfortunate. I do believe that this ground belongs and is maintained by the district, and the county council took the lamps out. And it's been taking a long time for them to get an agreement on a replacement to match the ones they removed and put them in.
Whilst lighting is Warren White's priority right now, Buckingham residents have expressed other concerns, such as the excessive amount of potholes on Grenville Road. As well as old lampposts, people have complained about an excessive amount of potholes, road signs hidden by trees overhanging branches, removal of old signposts and much more. There seems to be a lot of work that needs to get done. There seems to be various issues displayed in Buckingham, such as lighting, and people are unhappy about the delay in dealing with their concerns. Let's hope for fast improvement. This is Toby Agbadje reporting for Buckingham News.
The results of the 2017 National Student Survey were once again overwhelmingly positive, with the university finishing first in student satisfaction for the 8th time in 12 years. Although there has been some controversy surrounding this year's survey, Philip Johnson has the story.
The National Student Survey is taken by students from hundreds of universities across the country. The NSS describes itself as an influential source of public information about higher education. This achievement follows on from the university's recent success in the Teaching Excellence Framework, in which the university was awarded gold.
It's really good news. But I also think, wow, how do we keep that? Because if you're first, you have only one way to go. You can't go up anymore. You can't be kind of first. We want to do an even better job. And, you know, what happens to football? So Leicester last season, top of the league, and crashed right down. We don't want to do a Leicester.
Response rates to the NSS have fallen recently, and several universities have boycotted the survey, as the NSS was included as a factor in the Teaching Excellence Framework, which means the NSS is thereby linked to rising fees.
A lot of student union presidents were against it, and they were proudly saying, yeah, we're boycotting it this year, we're not doing it this year, because we're not in support of what the government's reason for this is. And obviously it doesn't mean anything to Buckingham because we're a private university.
While this year's National Student Survey has been more turbulent than most, the University of Buckingham is still at the top. This is Philip Johnson for Buckingham News.
With student and staff cooperation comes success in an educational environment. The University of Buckingham's way to achieve this is through assemblies addressing its own students' improvement ideas. Alice Hills has the story.
The University of Buckingham Student Union held its regular assembly discussing student issues in the IFLH lecture hall at 7:30 last Wednesday. The SU executive and Sir Anthony Selden tackled student queries alongside department staff and open discussion from students. The event began with analysis of the university's recent excellent NUS response and then covered anonymous and on-the-spot questions regarding the university. The most dominant issues were increased price of OTM food, a phone call system for maintenance, and the clear glass showers in Verney campus. The student union will look into these issues, and a survey regarding the OTM is expected in the next 3 weeks. Talk lasted until 9 p.m. and discussion continued through food and drink until 9:30. With a successful turnout, the Assembly addressed a range of issues. Both students and staff now need outcomes as beneficial in order to keep up the university's NUS reputation. This is Alice Hills, Buckingham News.
And now over to sport with Matt Powell.
Thank you, Matt. Last Saturday afternoon, the Buckingham Athletic under-25s competed against Middleton Cheney at Stratford Fields. They started the new football season. Francis Okafor has the story.
The Buckingham Athletic under-25 team played against Middleton Cheney last Saturday at Stratford Fields in Buckingham. This pre-season friendly game was a warm-up to the club's league campaign. The players are highly motivated for the upcoming season as they won comfortably 6-1. On the same day, Buckingham Athletic first team won against Herfield with the score 3-1. These two games have been a good start for Buckingham Athletic FC. This is Francis Okafor for Buckingham News.
After a failed table tennis competition on Monday, Buckingham News decided to host an elite competition of their own. Neil Fotheringham has the story.
On Monday, the University of Buckingham was scheduled to host a table tennis competition. However, nobody showed up, so we decided to have a little bit of fun on the table ourselves. With tensions running high and a ranging level of skills on show, it was a fun night for all involved, with the winner, Matt Powell, as proud as ever before.
It just goes to show when you put in the time and dedication, you can achieve anything. This is the proudest moment of my life.
It's fair to say that table tennis legend and fellow Brit Liam Pitchford would have been proud of the evening's proceedings. This is Neil Fotheringham for Buckingham News.
And now back to the studio.
To the surprise of many, National Tea Week isn't every week, but it in fact falls on the 14th of August. Camilla Zingari took to the tea houses of Buckingham to find out how locals celebrate the nation's favourite pastime.
With 84% of British people drinking between 3 and 5 cups of tea a day, some independent tea rooms are embracing National Afternoon Tea Week, with mixed results.
I don't think too many people are aware that it's a National Afternoon Tea Week. If I'm honest, I've not had anyone come in here and say, "Oh, you know, what are you doing special for it?" So I don't think anyone's too really aware of it. And we sell cake and scones and cream and all sweet things all the time. So we celebrate all the time.
Although there's a general consensus around the drinking of tea, with 98% of British people choosing to drink tea with milk, some factors of afternoon tea does split opinion.
As a chef, yes, I think definitely jam first. I think a lot of cream.
Put the cream first.
Jam first, because it's better, I like it better, and probably the best way to eat it.
Whether you prefer jam first or cream first, don't forget to celebrate National Afternoon Tea Week. This is Camilla Zingari for Buckingham News.
August the 13th marks the 28th Annual Left-Handers Awareness Day. It is a chance to highlight the everyday issues that lefties face in a world designed for right-handers. Isabella Devine has more on the story.
There are many negative biases against left-handed people. The word for left in Latin is sinister. The devil is almost always portrayed as left-handed and evil spirits lurk over the left shoulder, which is why people throw spilled salt over their left shoulder to ward them off. Modernized and positive ideas are that lefties are more intelligent and perceptive than right-handed people.
Sometimes you get comments from right-handed people, so they ask you how it actually feels and if it feels any different to them, or sometimes they actually ask you to demonstrate writing and doing certain tasks.
Being left-handed is far less common, and studies suggest that 10% of the world population is left-handed. Oddly enough, left-handedness is more common among men than it is in women.
Being left-handed, it brings so many advantages to the game of basketball. As most players are right-handed, being left-handed puts the defense at an immediate disadvantage where, you know, they're off balance, and I'm able to read their movements a lot better.
This is Isabella Devine reporting for Buckingham News.
In honour of hosting this week's international cooking segment, an appetising mixture of Spanish omelette served alongside Moroccan chicken will be prepared. Karim Nabil has the story.
The ingredients required for a Spanish omelette, you would need 3 eggs and a few potatoes. For the main dish course, you would want cherry tomatoes, red onions, coriander, chicken peas, extra virgin olive oil, harissa sauce, and a little bit of salt. To kick off, start by cutting up the potatoes and slice them into trifling pieces. Muddle up the eggs, pour them into a frying pan, and add the potatoes on top. Now comes the fun part. Slice a couple of onions with the coriander and then mix them up with the chicken peas. Afterwards, spray the oven tray with extra virgin olive oil and then leave it out while cutting the chicken fillets and lacing them up with the harissa sauce. Finally, put away the chicken tray in the oven for 15 minutes and remember to add those cherry tomatoes on top.
Mmm. God, it's so delicious. Way beyond expectations. This is Kareem Nabil reporting for Buckingham News.
Thank you for watching Buckingham News. We'll see you next term.